Hi there, Gemini. This is Dawn Priolet of dawnpriolet.com. I help smart women like you to heal and release their self-sabotaging relationship patterns so that you can create legendary love. And this is your love reading, Gemini, for this is going to be for June 10th to July 10th. First of all, happy birthday to all of you Geminis. My birthday is coming up actually on June 14th, Flag Day in the US. And so I want to wish you all a happy birthday. And I want to let you know right from the get-go that since this is my birthday month, I'm doing some specials on readings this month. So you can go to my website at www.dawnpriolet.com. I'll put the, oh, I'm making shadows. Isn't that cool? Looks like a bird there. Anyway, I'm going to put the link right beneath this video so that if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, you can do so. So Gemini. Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you the cards that I have pulled. Right in the middle, this is you right now, the Empress in reverse. Normally, the Empress is, this is a real feminine person. She almost looks like she could be pregnant. Oftentimes in readings, it signals a pregnancy, but not necessarily that. In this case, because it came up in the reverse, for those of you who maybe were wanting to get pregnant, it may symbolize that, you know, for whatever reason, this isn't happening. And actually, when we look at the rest of the reading, we'll actually be able to see why that may not be such a good idea right now. But what it could also mean is I look at this energy as kind of a seductive, this is a very sexy, sensual kind of energy. And she's up in the reverse and I'm getting like, I'm not feeling it right now. You know, Gemini, you're just maybe not feeling that right now. And then crossing you was the Queen of Cups, upright. Now, Queen of Cups is, this is someone who wears her heart on her sleeve. She's very vulnerable. And generally, if this is representing you right now, because it is crossing you, Gemini, this is someone who wears her emotions on her sleeve, and she wears them well. She's very balanced. When it comes to her emotions, you can see in the picture, you know, it's like she's got her feet on the ground, but she's also very close to the water, very close to her emotions. So what I'm feeling with that, Gemini, is you are, whatever you're doing, you're working on getting more emotionally stable in your relationship, in your situation. If we look into the past, Five of Pentacles in reverse, what I'm feeling with this is you've been maybe in a situation in your near past where you've been feeling like left out in the cold. This may be a situation where you are dating someone or in a relationship with someone who is emotionally unavailable. Could also be a long distance relationship, but whatever it is, you've been feeling like your needs have not been met. They're, you know, like you're not getting anything. This relationship is just leaving you feeling like you're out in the cold, like you're on your own. And you're trying, the fact that this is in the reverse, you're trying to get out of that that feeling, that situation. And the Lovers in reverse, Lovers is definitely a Gemini card. But sometimes the Lovers also, this is higher arcana, so this could signify a relationship that's very much like a soulmate type of relationship. And it also can mean that you need to make a choice. And that's kind of the way I'm taking it right now, Gemini, because this card is saying, you've been feeling left out in the cold, you're feeling emotionally abandoned. And this card is saying, you know, you need to make a choice, but the fact that it comes up in the reverse, it's like you're not wanting to make that choice. It's almost like you would rather wait. Oh, excuse me. It's almost like you would rather wait and have circumstances force you to move forward, because it's very hard for you to make that choice. And actually, I just made a video yesterday about EFT tapping for women who have a really hard time leaving unhealthy relationships. You might want to check that out. And it would be a good idea to really also go to my website, if you haven't already, and sign up for my free, I have a free video course, the 3 vows that are keeping you from having the love that you want. I would highly suggest, if you haven't already, sign up for my newsletter and get that free course. Because there's a decision that you need to make, Gemini, and you're not wanting to make it. And that decision, they're saying, could actually set you free, because you're not, I'm getting the feeling that you're not getting your needs met anyway. You're not actually getting, you're not really getting anything. You're not being nourished. It's like, if you were a flower in this relationship, you're not getting watered, you're not getting sunlight, you're not getting what you need, and you're just like a wilting flower. Now, in the near future, Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords, normally this can speak of a younger, immature person who kind of is very impulsive, but this is coming up in the reverse. So the meaning I'm taking of this, especially in conjunction with the Seven of Swords in reverse, because the Seven of Swords oftentimes can talk about deception, and sometimes it's talking about self-deception. So the fact that it's coming up in reverse along with this Knight of Swords, I'm taking this to mean that you're not being so impulsive anymore. You are taking more of a solid look at the situation, and you're no longer deceiving yourself, because, people show us who they are and what they're capable of from the very beginning of the relationship. And if this is a relationship that you have been in for, 6 months, a year, or even longer, this person has been showing you from the very beginning what they can and will give in the relationship, what they're able to give. But you may have been in a thing with self-deception. You're deceiving yourself. And they're saying, really, this is about your father. For some of you, it's like you're still metaphorically stuck on the front porch step, waiting for your dad to finally show up and be your hero, be the person that you always wanted him to be. And so you've attracted your father in this relationship, very much like your dad. Very unavailable emotionally, maybe somebody who can't talk, who doesn't communicate well, who has a hard time with his emotions and with really opening up and sharing with you. So you've attracted the same person, but you're still kind of like, holding that hope that one day he's going to have like some kind of spiritual awakening, or, maybe a coconut will hit him in the head and he'll wake up. And the message that I'm getting for you, Gemini, is that he is who he is. And the healing that needs to be done for you is not actually so much with this man, it's with your dad. It's about forgiving your father for not being able to be the person that you always wanted him to be, for not being able to love you and cherish you the way that you actually did deserve. Because you know why? Because all little girls deserve to be adored and cherished, not because of what they did, just because of who they are. We're all deserving of that. And it's still about you really getting to the truth and really getting it through your core, through your heart, that it wasn't about you. It had nothing to do with you. And it still has nothing to do with you, Gemini. It has nothing to do with your deserving. You do deserve to be loved, adored, and cherished. You always did. It's just that you're picking a guy continuously who isn't able to do that. So let's see what the angel cards have as far as advice for you. Angel guardian. Call on your guardian angel for help. Oftentimes we don't ask for help. Most of us stopped asking for help a long time ago because we got used to, when we asked for something or needed something, we didn't get it. So we just stopped asking. But remember, the angels are not the same as your parents, okay? Angels are not human. And they can be in many places at one time. They're not human like your parents. Your parents were only human. There was a lot of things your parents couldn't give you, and that's really unfortunate. But the angels, thank God, are not like your parents. The other card, musica, music. Raise your vibration this month. Enjoy, Gemini. It's your birthday month. Use music to really raise your vibration. Have a good time. Dance like nobody's watching. Really raise your vibration up. And at the same time, wow, truth and integrity. Verdad y integridad. Truth and integrity. And this is about, kind of what I mentioned earlier, facing the truth of the situation. And also, this is also about getting really honest with yourself about what you truly want. Because, a lot of us, instead of figuring out what we truly want, we try to figure out what we think we can get. And that's the mistake that we make. And it's very clear from what we're attracting in relationships, that we're only attracting someone that is exactly what we thought we could get. So we're taking crumbs in relationships. We're accepting men who really, truly aren't giving us much of anything at all. And then we say, well, he's my soulmate, so I've got to stick it out, and I've got to stay to the bitter end and try to fix it. Except that, you know what? You can't fix it. That's very codependent behavior. You can't fix him. And you can't change him, no more than you could fix or change your father. Your father is who he is. So, like I said, Gemini, the healing for you is going to come in by accepting and forgiving your father and accepting who he is. And being able to separate that out and realize that that never had anything to do with you. The way that he couldn't show up for you, it had nothing to do with you. And so, wow. If you need help with this, please subscribe to this channel, because I have a lot of videos out there, not just with the readings, but showing you how to use emotional freedom techniques to change your inner energy so that you can actually start to decide your own destiny, because that's how you do it. Because what is showing up in your life right here, right now, Gemini, is nothing but an outpicturing of your belief about relationships and what's possible according to your family. And that's why you're attracting what you are. Because you say you want one thing, but what you end up getting usually ends up looking pretty much a lot like what your mom had, because it's programming. And the way to let go of the programming is to use a mind-body technique like emotional freedom technique. And so please sign up on my website. The link is below, and subscribe to this channel. And again, happy birthday, Gemini. And please do leave your comments for me. And if you need to send me a personal message, if you have a question or something that I can help you with, because I also do private sessions, private coaching sessions for relationships. But you can fill out, you can go to my website and actually contact me there. Go to contact, and you can actually ask me a question there. So that's what I have for you this month, Gemini. And again, happy birthday. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.